everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing something a little bit different. I'm going to be talking about the new expansion pack, Island Living, because let's face it, who plays The Sims is not talking about Island Living. I'm going to be going over the things that I'm most looking forward to because as of today, the day of filming this, it is 1 week away from launch. Now obviously I haven't had a chance to actually play with the pack yet. This is purely going to be off of my sort of first impressions of watching the videos that other YouTubers have put up from the EA Game Changers program. And there's obviously going to be quite a lot of things that I haven't actually experienced yet, but I'm very, very excited for it nonetheless. I don't want to speak too soon, but I genuinely think that this might actually be my favourite pack yet. So the first thing that I'm really looking forward to is the world, and I just don't think that any of the graphic designers that work on the Sims team get enough credit. Every single world that they produce is beautiful. Even Strangerville, which I'm not a fan of that world at all, I think that the world is absolutely beautiful. And this is absolutely no exception. In fact, I think it's probably one of the most beautiful worlds that I've seen. It's just stunning. And even like in the monsoon weather, they said that there's times, obviously most of the time it's really sunny, but then there's times when there's really heavy downpours, and even during that it's just gorgeous. Like the pictures that I've seen have made me so excited for the world, so I can't wait to get in and do some machinimas in there and let's plays and things like that. Oh, it's going to be so pretty. I'm also really impressed with what I've seen to do with the culture. The Sims team went to a lot of trouble, it seems, to find out a lot about that kind of a culture. It's kind of like a Polynesian culture, and they said that they asked people in different departments who lived in those countries what their culture was like and different things that were really important to them. So they've put a lot of work into getting that sort of backstory of the culture, and I think that's so cool. From what I've heard and seen, there are lots and lots of community events that go on in the town centre bit. There's the stuff with the elementals, which are the spirits. There's cooking in the ground in this special leaf oven thing, and there's a real community vibe going on the whole island. If your house catches fire, someone will come and help to put it out, stuff like that. I just think it's so cool, and just this nice feeling of helping each other out. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to that sort of aspect of gameplay. I'm also really looking forward to the fact that it's kind of going to be semi-open world. You still have to travel to individual lots, so you'll still get the loading screens if you're changing from the town community lot to your home lot. But generally, the world is a lot more open than any of the other worlds. You've got so much sea that you can go out and swim into. And it's not just the sea, it's the land areas as well. There's so much for you to walk around and explore. And I just think that's such a nice touch. I was kind of worried when I first heard about Island Living. I was like, are you only going to be able to swim in your lot area? I wasn't really sure how it was going to work, so I'm really impressed with how much open space there actually is. The second part I'm really looking forward to is actually Creator Sim, which is really weird for me because Creator Sim is really not my favourite part of The Sims ever. I'm so bad at creating Sims. The only other pack that I really enjoyed for the Creator Sim stuff was Laundry Day, because it had quite a lot of bohemian clothes and stuff. I really enjoyed that style. And this is the only other pack where I'm actually, I'm really excited for Creator Sim. There's some really beautiful items in there, particularly the hairs. Oh my goodness, when I saw all the different hairs, especially the more sort of African Caribbean hairs, oh my god, they're just gorgeous, and I can't wait to create some Sims that have those hairs. I think they're just going to look amazing in every world. I'm also very excited for the new traits that we're going to get. So we've got a new aspiration, which is Beach Life, which is just about sort of taking it easy. We've got 2 new traits, which are Child of the Island, which is more about looking after the island and keeping the elementals happy and all of that kind of stuff. And then there's also Child of the Ocean, which gives me some serious Moana vibes. I can totally imagine creating a Moana character and then having her have this special connection with the sea. The third thing I'm really looking forward to is Build Buy mode. This is always the thing that I'm looking forward to when I see a new pack. I'm always really interested to see what Build Buy items come, and this pack is probably one of my favourites for a really long time. Generally, the items are stunning. Like, all of the items I've seen, I've really, really liked. The ones I particularly like are the slatted doors and windows. I think they're really cool. I really like the like full glass sliding doors. I think that's something we've been really lacking in the game, and I think that that's really, really pretty. I love the floor tiles, like the glass floors that you can put down, so you don't have to use that weird dance floor anymore. And I also really like the curtains, which is a bit random, but I feel like we've been lacking in curtains in The Sims in general. Like, none of them are very nice, and I really, really like the new ones, so I'm very excited to use them. The next thing I'm really looking forward to is activities. So you may already know, you probably already know, that there are lots of water activities that you can do. You can do swimming, obviously. You can also do snorkeling and diving. Now, the diving is a rabbit hole, which I actually don't mind. I think that's fine, because I think the idea was if you went down diving with The Sims, it would make everything a little bit more laggy. So I don't mind that you don't go down with The Sims, but it's nice that you've got those water activities there. You've also got like jet skis that you can do cool tricks on and stuff like that. You've got the boats that you can do fishing on and sleep on, which I love. You can do sunbathing, which I'm very, very excited for. You can sunbathe on the lounge chairs, and you can also sunbathe on towels. And I think that's something that we've been missing from the game, especially when we got seasons and we have the really nice summers. I was like, where's the sunbathing? The other activity they've added is sandcastles, and I've not seen anyone talk about this, but I'm wondering if the sand is going to be a new terrain type. I don't think it is, and it will be a real shame if it's not, but if it is, that would be amazing, because what I would love to do in like a big family home is create a sand pit in the garden where the toddlers can actually go and build sand pits. I don't feel like there's enough stuff for toddlers to do, so if that was something that you could add to a normal lot, that would be absolutely amazing. So speaking of toddlers, that is the next thing I'm really looking forward to. I feel like they've really thought about toddlers this time. They've not kind of just been left on the sidelines like they usually are. There's some really cute toddler interactions that have come with this pack. So obviously we've got the sandcastles. We've also got the water. They're able to go into the water, like the shallow bit, and splash around, and it's really cute. And I was again really worried that they weren't going to be allowed to do that, so I'm really pleased that they've added that. They've also got these cute arm floats that you can put on them, and yeah, I just feel like they've given some like proper care and attention to toddlers, which is really nice. Now they just need to fix babies. The next thing I'm really looking forward to is the new jobs. Now there's been some really amazing additions to the jobs that you can have with this pack. Like, normally we'll get like one, maybe two jobs, and we've had quite a few additions. We've had the lifeguard career and the diver career. Those have both been added. We've got the conservationist career, which I'm really interested to try. It's where you're like looking after the island, and then the island kind of becomes more lush and green and full of life the more you look after it, which I think is so cool. And it's kind of nice that it's, you know, the Sims are trying to make a point about the fact that we should be looking after our planet, which I really, really like. We've also got the ability to do odd jobs, which I love, especially for like an island like this where it's got a really nice community feel. You can get paid for going to help someone move their boxes. You can get paid to go and fix someone's cooker for them. You know, if someone's writing an essay and they need some pictures, you can go and take some photos for them, and it's kind of like doing favours for the other people on the island and getting paid for it. And I think that's such a nice touch, and you can actually do those odd jobs in the other worlds as well, but obviously some of them are tied to Solani. And can we just talk for one moment about teen jobs? I feel like no one is talking about this. Everyone seems to be missing it, and it's probably one of the most exciting things for me, and it's not even specifically to do with this pack, because everyone is going to get this regardless of whether you have island living or not. The teen jobs that we have, which are like the babysitter and the bartender and retail clerk and general labourer and things like that, they are coming to adults. You are going to be able to be an adult and still have one of those jobs. Oh my goodness! Why is no one talking about this? Like, seriously, the careers have been such a pain in my butt the whole time I've been playing Sims 4, because they're all so unrealistic. Like, you have to be an astronaut or a scientist or a doctor. Like, there's no just normal jobs. So if you're just creating like a young adult who's just starting out their life and they've not really got any skills or anything, they didn't go to a fancy university, you're kind of screwed for jobs that you can give them. You can basically shove them into the business career and be done with it. So the fact that they've added these sort of part-time, less skilled jobs is just, it makes me so happy, because I started off working in pubs, and I worked in pubs until I was in my mid-20s. So it makes me really, really happy that they have been added for adults. The next things I'm really excited about are 2 additions to the world, and I guess they're kind of 2 things that I'm looking forward to, but I've kind of clumped them together into one, is the volcano and the waterfall. So there is an active volcano in Silani, and it's kind of got some natural disasters going on with it. Like, there's every now and again it will erupt and there'll be lava coming out of it, and I don't actually know if you can die from living near a volcano and it erupts. I'm not sure yet. It would be kind of cool if you could. I know that sounds really bad, but I think that that would be quite cool if you could. And then there's also a waterfall, which is a new woohoo spot, and you can also shower in it, which I think is really nice, because if you're doing like an off-grid, you know, self-sustainable sim, then you can shower in the waterfall and you don't need a shower. And speaking of off-grid, that is also something I'm really, really looking forward to, is the lot tray off-grid living. So it means that you can actually put that as a lot tray on your lot, and then you'll have no electricity, no plumbing. Your phone will even turn off, so like you won't have them randomly texting and going on the internet when you're trying to do an off-grid let's play. Like, it's just going to be completely blank, and I love that. I'm so excited to use that. Next thing I'm really looking forward to is dolphins, and I love dolphins. They've always been my favourite animal. I absolutely love them since I was a kid. I've managed to swim with dolphins 3 times now, so I absolutely love them, and some of the interactions you can do with them are so cute. I really like the idea of becoming friends with one particular dolphin and almost like adopting it as your pet, and like, I don't know, because you can build up friendships with the dolphins, so I thought it would be really nice if you just had a personal affinity with one particular dolphin. And then the final thing that I'm really looking forward to, has completely surprised me, and that's why I've put it last, is mermaids. And I know most people are like freaking out about the fact that we've got mermaids and they're really excited. And when I first heard we got mermaids, I was kind of like, nah, that's fine, like take it or leave it. I know some people really love that stuff. I'm more of a realistic player, like I like to play real life situations, and so I've never really been into witches or vampires or anything like that, but I was thinking about mermaids and I was like, actually it could be quite cool. And I have this idea in my head of just having like an evil cult of mermaids. Like, I know that's so weird to think of it like that, but I was like, imagine if, like, you know, in the Pirates of the Caribbean films, you've got these like really terrifying mermaids that use their voice to lure men into the sea and then they eat them. Like, that's kind of what I've got in my head, and you can make the mermaids evil. Like, there's different siren songs and things that you can use. You've got like shark teeth that you can put on them. So yeah, I think that's probably what I'm going to do. I'm just going to make them all really evil. I'm now wondering what's wrong with my head, because I'm talking about how it would be nice to have volcanoes kill your sim and how it would be cool to have a swarm of evil mermaids. I'm totally normal, I promise. So there you go, that is my first impressions of the Sims Island Living and like the things I'm most looking forward to. I would love to know what you're most looking forward to. Are you excited for this pack? I think most people are, but I'd be interested if you're not. Like, why are you not interested? But yeah, any thoughts you have, leave them down below and I'll try and get back to you as quickly as I can. And yeah, thank you for watching. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye!